Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now.
Hey, everybody, welcome in. Welcome in. This is Sunday Night Live. This is Sunday Night Live Part 1. So if you're new to the channel, welcome in. If you're not new to the channel, welcome back. My name is Tanya, or Titanium Built. Thank you for joining me tonight for a live. We are going to go over a couple cases that we haven't went over lately. So buckle up, get ready, get your seat, get your drink, all the things. You know, all the things that you need, your snacks, all those things. But yeah, my name is Tanya, or Titanium Built. If you are new to the channel, you can call me either or. I don't prefer one over the other. So thank you for joining us tonight. If you're watching on a replay, thank you for joining me on a replay. Comment below your thoughts on this case and all that stuff. I had to raise the desk a little bit. Sorry. It was a little low there, even for me, and I like it low. So let's see who is here tonight. And let me put the comments up. It doesn't like save how you want them. We'll do it like that for now. Well, come on in, Dawn. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Casey. I did put the link in the chat for the membership. If you guys are able to join our membership, it would mean the world to me. I need to get my memberships up. They are low. They're low. I don't know why. You guys don't like me that much? I'm just kidding. Welcome on in, everybody. Hey, Marcella. Hey, Ladybug. I'm sly. Well, actually, I thought I posted so the community wall post, or the community post I did, I thought I posted that like an hour and a half ago. And I went over to it and I was like, you did it. But I do have you guys set up for a redirect. So after my live, this first live, we're going to go into later on at 9:15, we'll go into the Idaho 4. We're going to be digging into those documents. So we'll, if you guys want to watch that, all you have to do is just go with the flow after the live. My intro or my exit music isn't that like long. and it'll redirect you right to the live, and then you just hit notify me if you'd like to watch it. So yeah, I learned how to do that. I knew how to do it. It's just you have to do 2 lives at once. Hey, Mary Beth, it's good to see ya. Hey, Kathleen. Hey, DM. Welcome in. Hey, Naomi. Welcome in. It's good to see everybody. Hey, Ashley. Working the property, working always. Jump in the shower. She's always getting in the shower when I go live. It's the best time though, right? I love listening to people live. Like when I'm in the shower, the only thing is I want to comment and then I get my phone all wet. I need one of those things for the shower, like that you could put your phone in. I thought about that the other day. Oh, Casey's on a call. Hey, Jolene, welcome in. Well, thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and we'll get into it. We're going to talk about Emmanuel Haro tonight. Hola. And I'm still that part of the case makes me giggle. That's the only part. And then we're going to talk about Melodee Buzzard. If you guys, we can always, dip into some other cases too. So yeah, like a waterproof box on the shower wall. That's what I need. I need one of those. I didn't think I'd ever need one, but I do. Because I was watching, I think it was Brian Enton yesterday. And I think the knife sheath he showed, one of them was the one that they were going to take to trial because it says to scale on it. And that's what I take it as. But because there's like 2 of them, like you can clearly see like one of them looks really tan and clean. One of them looks not so much. And I think he might've showed the other one, but I was too busy in the shower. Couldn't like peek my head out. So I don't know. I forgot to go back to look. Because I was like, I wonder if he did that on accident. Because I mean, it could happen. So we're going to talk about Emmanuel Haro first. So this little boy was failed by his parents, failed by the system, failed by everybody. Yeah, like who the story she made. So on August 14th of this year, Emmanuel Haro was reported missing in a coastal inland region of Southern California after his mother claimed he was kidnapped in a parking lot in Ucapia, California. She basically said that she was getting Emmanuel out of the back. Now, I can't remember if she was just unbuckling him or if she was changing his diaper, but I remember she was doing something with him in the back. Male approached her. I believe she said it was a black male, if I am not mistaken. And he said, "Hola." And she turned around and then he knocked her out. He punched her and he knocked her to the ground and knocked her out. And he took baby Emmanuel. That was her story. Law enforcement investigators quickly found inconsistencies in the mother's account of the alleged kidnapping. I mean, she was lying if there were teeth. Law enforcement came to believe that Emmanuel likely died from sustained abuse rather than being abducted. So abuse over time. The baby's body has not been recovered. Emmanuel has still not been recovered. His father, Jake Haro, we're going to read about that today. And I think watched the court hearing, but he pled guilty on October 16th to murder second degree, child endangerment and assault resulting in death, and filing a false police report. So he's going to be facing some years, 25 years to life. He is going to be sentenced on November 3rd. So we'll listen into that. I don't know if it'll be live streamed. I don't think so, but we'll get the video afterwards and we'll make sure we listen to it. Now, I don't know. He's supposed to be sentenced. Sometimes they prolong those a little bit. Like they'll, say they'll continue it. But I don't know, because Rebecca Haro, which is Emmanuel's mother, who is the one that started the kidnapping claim, pled not guilty. So they amended the charges to murder and false report, and has a felony. She has a felony settlement or a conference or a hearing scheduled for January 21st of next year. So that's all I've heard about her court hearings. I think that, we'll have to wait a little bit longer on hers, which stinks, but we'll get there. The DA stated that the case reflects a belief that Emmanuel did die from abuse over time. and then he eventually, he died from his injuries. The father, Jake, has prior record of child abuse. Oh yeah, that is tomorrow. Thanks, Renee. I would have figured it out eventually. I'd have been like, wait, today's the 3rd. But he does have a prior record of child abuse back from 2018. I think we read, I know I did, but I think I read it to y'all, the court paperwork, court affidavit for that. But like I said, the remains of little Emmanuel haven't been found. So sentencing is tomorrow. Wow. I mean, I just changed my little blocks over here on my calendar too. I can't believe it's already November. Really quick, earlier today, we were in the storage and I couldn't get my suitcase back in there, and a wreath for Christmas. I couldn't get it back in there. And Vincent was like, can we just put this on the door? I'm like, well, it's not after Thanksgiving. But now that I was like, but hell, I said, if you're saying bring in the Christmas, let's do it. I'm all about it, So I did want to read through the Haro complaint affidavit. This is for Jake and Rebecca. And this is from the Superior Court of California. And we'll just read through it. This one is a little bit blocked off, but I have the other page. So it just says here, the undersigned, under penalty of perjury upon information and belief, declares, and this is what they're going to say, they think what happened to baby Emmanuel. Like, I mean, this is so sad. And the crazy thing is, Jake took them on this little, field trip and was like, I'm going to show you where he is. Whatever happened with that? They didn't say it. They haven't said anything. I mean, obviously they didn't find baby Emmanuel, but has he been talking anymore? Has he said, hey, this is where he's at? I mean, per the agreement, I would say that would have to be one of the stipulations. Like, you have to tell us where he is, or we're not giving you a deal. Like, you're not getting a 25 to life. Because I'm 25. He can get out and he can still have a life if he does 25, So this here says that the above named defendants, Jake Mitchell Haro and Rebecca Renee Haro, committed a violation of Penal Code Section 187, subdivision of felony, and that on or about August 5th, 2025, through and including August 14th, 2025, in the county of Riverside, state of California, the defendants did willfully and unlawfully murder baby doe, Emmanuel Haro, a human being. Oh yeah, let me go to the next page. So count 2, it's going to say the same thing up here. So on or about August 14th, those two, Jake and Rebecca, did willfully and unlawfully report to police officer, deputy sheriff, and member of the California Highway Patrol that a felony and misdemeanor have been committed, knowing that report to be false. And that's when she was like, I got punched in the face. Hola, It's so crazy. Like, can you imagine, like, her and Jake? I know that they had to be together making up this damn story. Right? I mean, and she's pleaded not guilty. I'm not guilty. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. Well, honey, you might want to change your plea, because Jake's talking, apparently. He's talking to people in jail that he doesn't even know are undercover cops. He's not the smartest of the bunch, He's not the smartest person out there. And he's known to do this. So this one says, pursuant to Section 1109 of the Evidence Code, evidence of the defendant's commission of other acts of domestic violence may be admissible at trial in a criminal action in which the defendants are accused of an offense involving domestic violence. The people hereby give notice of the people's intent to admit evidence of prior acts of domestic violence pursuant to Evidence Code Section 1109. These incidents include the prior incident described in the police report, chronological report, and or tapes already provided, tapes, and other alleged incidents of abuse which will be provided as they are obtained by the prosecution. Oh, I thought they meant like tapes of them talking, but I hope it's not tapes of them abusing. And then Marcy's Law, I guess, is coming into this. Information contained in the reports are being distributed as discovery in this case may contain confidential information protected by Marcy's Law and the amendments to the California Constitution, Article 1, Section 28. Okay. Any victims in the above referenced charge is entitled to be free from intimidation, harassment, and abuse. It may be unlawful for the defendants, defense counsel, and other persons acting on behalf of the defendant to use any information contained in the reports to locate, harass any victim or victim's family, or to disclose any information that is otherwise privileged and confidential by law. Oh, I like Marcy's Law. Don't be messing with people. And then there's a discovery request. The people hereby informally requesting that defense counsel provide discovery to the people as required by penal code. Okay, section 11 or 1054.3. And signed and dated. Yeah. So then you have these, look at these two. Look at these two. I mean, where is he? You know? And there, look at the little memorial outside their home. At least they didn't take it down. Like Melodee's mom, you know? I mean. So this is, if you guys weren't here for the last live, this is kind of what he pled, you know, he pled guilty. He probably saw the writing on the wall, right? Probably saw the writing on the wall. He jaded. So he's already told an undercover cop or whatever he was, detective, right? Undercover, that he did this because he's a dumbass. And while he's in there, he tells the cops that he's going to let them know where the baby's at. But they go on a field trip and we find no Emmanuel. I think he said he forgot where he put him or something along those lines, but this was before the plea deal also too. I would like to know the stipulations of this plea deal. Like there's no paperwork that I could probably FOIA that. Maybe they would give that to me. I don't know if they would this soon, but they might. So it's just crazy, isn't it? And welcome in, everybody. Yeah, Susan Smith. Yeah. These people that are killing their kids, it's getting out of control. If you have a child that you do not want, you do not have to kill them. You don't have to do that. There are other options, right? There are other options. Would you rather be marked as somebody that gave up their child because they wanted them to have a better life that they couldn't provide them, whether it be because they wanted to abuse them or they wanted to not feed them or whatever it may be, right? Or they just didn't want them. I would rather be a person that, you know, gave up my child willfully to have a better life than somebody that murdered my child. They're going to find out, you dummies. They're going to find out. We're going to find probably Google searches and everything. You know, I mean, it'll probably all come out. So it's just crazy. He entered a guilty plea to 3 charges in total. The plea just came over and the plea comes just 2 months after 7-month-old Emmanuel was last seen alive. And this is as officials continue to search for the boy's remains. Where do you guys think that he buried him somewhere, or do you think that he put him in a receptacle, like a trash receptacle? I mean, we've heard that a lot. He said something like, whenever they were up there looking for baby Emmanuel, he said something like he put him somewhere where he would know where he was, but then he didn't know where he was. Very weird. It says it's unclear what that means for Rebecca Haro. Oh, I'm sure. I mean, they're married, so he doesn't have to talk, I don't think, in court. Like, he doesn't have to testify against her because they're married. But if he wants to, like, if they're like, you have to testify against her, I mean, they could do all kinds of stuff with this plea if they're going to give him a plea. Show us where the baby is. Testify against Rebecca. That'd be my 2. Rebecca had reported that her son was kidnapped on August 14th, just before 8 p.m. from the parking lot of a sporting goods store in Ucapia, a city located 10 miles east of San Bernardino. I took him out of the car seat and laid him on the chair, and I had his diapers right there, Rebecca said after filing what authorities now say was a false kidnapping report. Someone said, "Hola," and I couldn't even turn her, and I don't remember nothing. Ain't nobody trying to steal your baby out of the sporting good parking lot. That parking lot is so busy. Someone would have seen you laid out, like knocked out on the ground. Or they would have saw the whole thing. They would have saw the whole interaction. You can't even get a parking spot in California half the time in those little, like where those sporting goods stores are. Like, I know where it is. It's like I don't know exactly where it is, but I know it's in a parking lot, and it's one of those like small malls, like what they call like outdoor mall, mini mall. I don't know, but the parking lots are always full. Someone would have saw you, you know. But then Rebecca then said her next memory was waking up, finding her son gone. And she alleged at first no one doubted the grieving mother, who still had the large black eye that claimed to have sustained in the attack. Now, I wonder if Jake punched her, if she punched herself to get that black eye. I mean, they probably thought, well, you gotta look like you got knocked out, right? This is just crazy. The investigation quickly ran into roadblocks, however, in the form of glaring inconsistencies in Rebecca's stories, according to authorities. Investigators also said that the couple began to distance themselves, and within a week, they stopped providing any sort of assistance in the matter. Another person not cooperating with police. That prompted the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department to shift their focus of their probe. On August 22nd, the agency released a statement saying that deputies had determined a kidnapping in Ucapia did not occur. Now, maybe they should have did a little more interviews and maybe acted a little more sad, right? But they didn't. They locked themselves in their home while people gathered outside to do, candlelight vigils and to put up, little things for baby Emmanuel and stuff like that. Little signs and cute things like that. Where are you at? Come home. Yeah, that black eye didn't look very new, did it? Hey, Deborah. Yeah, like nothing. Remember the first story? He said something like he rolled over on him when he was sleeping, and then he said something else. Like he was trying to like downplay it too. And I'm like, no, I don't believe that for 1 second. I mean, it does happen. People do roll over on their babies, but I don't know. I just didn't believe it whenever he said it. So it says, and after hundreds of hours poured into the search for the missing baby, the statement says it's believed Emmanuel is deceased and the search to recover his remains are ongoing. And then they were arrested that day on suspicion of murder and booked into custody. On August 24th, Jake briefly left the jail to help investigators in their search for his son. Authorities now believe that Emmanuel was killed days before his mother's false reports. That's why the black eye looks old, because they probably did do it before, like a few days before the report, right? And they're thinking, okay, we got people that are going to come and looking for Emmanuel, like family. I don't know, but they needed to think of something. So they think of the stupid story, like say you got knocked out in the sporting good parking lot. Like you could have picked a better spot, but maybe he did punch her, and she's like, okay, punch me. And then maybe they got too scared, right, to call right away. Maybe they were just like, oh, they were too nervous. And then they gave it a couple of days and then they called and they reported him missing. I don't know. But either way, it's craziness. So then it says that his last known sighting was on August 5th. And then Jake entered guilty plea to the charge of willful neglect of a child just 2 years ago after severely abusing his 10-week-old daughter. She's permanently bedridden. Cerebral palsy she has. He should have been in jail. We say this a lot. People get off on things. It's crazy to me. Rebecca is still being held on $1 million bail and is due. Oh, it says looks like she's due in court for November 3rd. Let me see when this was written. Jake's sentencing has been set for the same day. Yeah. So, okay. And faces a potential sentence of 25 years to life. The couple are also parents to a 2-year-old child who was removed from their custody. I wonder what that 2-year-old child's gonna say. 2-year-olds are, I mean, they're good with their words when they need to be, and kids don't be lying. They need an interviewer. I'm sure they've interviewed her, but I'm just saying, like, I wonder what she's saying. I do, lawyer, I don't either, but for some reason, I cover them a lot. I didn't even realize it until the other day when Vincent told me. He's like, "You cover a lot of kids' cases." I was like, "I do." And they make me so angry because it's like this is preventable. Now, in my humble opinion, I think he was abused over time. Maybe this last time they broke his rib and maybe it punctured his lung or something. And, the little baby couldn't breathe. I don't know. I'm hoping it was something because we all know that Emmanuel's not here. Obviously, Jake's pleading guilty. I hope it was something quick. Just something like, it's just so sad. So then you got the mom. Look at her face. She looks funny. Pleading not guilty. So I don't know. I wonder how that's going to work. Wonder who's going to go first tomorrow. The sentencing, I would do the sentencing first. They'll probably do a second, but I would do the sentencing first because I would make her sit there and watch the whole thing, like him plead guilty, him say he did it, just to see her reaction, to see if she changes her mind about her plea. Maybe she didn't kill Emmanuel, right? Maybe it was Jake. But she also did things to prevent, she made up the story, she did all those things. But if she didn't actually like kill baby Emmanuel, then if I was her, I would say, I didn't kill Emmanuel. We need to talk, and tell them exactly what went down. I don't know. That's what I would do. But then again, I mean, it's crazy. What Tracy say? I can see if I can answer it. Let's see. Oh, Tracy. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I keep saying November 3rd. Yeah. Renee was like, that's tomorrow. I don't think that they will, but we will watch it whenever. I think they're going to record it. That's what they did last time. They recorded it. So, hey, on top. So I think, hey, Mia More, how are you? So I'm thinking that they may not, it doesn't say like they're going to stream it. Let's see. That poor baby. So there's pictures of Emmanuel like this. Okay. So, when you look at Emmanuel here, something looks off to me about him. I don't know if it's just the way, I don't know. There's a lot of pictures that are like this, where he just looks like in his eyes and he's not happy. He's not smiling. It's so sad. But then there are pictures that I've seen from when he was a little baby, and he doesn't have the same eyes and the same, just overall, sadness to him. And it's just, that's sad, that's sad. So. Oh, is Core TV supposed to? Oh, thanks, Renee. Thank you so much. Well, then, yeah, we'll watch it. I wonder what time it comes on. I'll have to look. Let me see. I'm gonna put this in my little notes here. Look up court hearing time. Okay, and then if it's streaming, yeah, we can watch that. I don't have anything planned for tomorrow. So I was in the discussion group for Emmanuel, and I haven't seen much in there lately. It looks like it's been kind of quiet, but I'm sure that it'll change, tomorrow. The one that I'm in anyway. I don't know if there's any more. There might be. I'm in the Justice for Emmanuel Haro discussion group. It has 6.8K members. I'm not sure. There might be more. This is a private group, but they let me in their group. Thank you. But that's what I have. So tomorrow, We'll just have to be looking. We'll just be looking. Me and Renee will look. Be like, where is it? If it's Court TV, they might have it already on their YouTube page. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then it looks like tomorrow it'll be like, it'll tell you the time. I'm gonna go over and look just to double check if they did. Why did it do that? Okay. Like, live. Yeah, right here it is, scheduled at 11:30. So we waking up early tomorrow. Okay, let's see what it says. There's a trailer, so let's see the trailer.
Welcome back to Court TV Live. We have breaking news out of California in the case of baby Emmanuel Haro. You'll remember that he went missing August 14th, and his parents initially said they didn't know anything about what happened to their child, that their child had been kidnapped by someone. Ultimately, on September 4th, they were arrested and charged with murder, and we're now getting multiple reports that confirm that the father of the missing 7-month-old has pleaded guilty to all charges, including second-degree murder. Jake Haro entered that guilty plea during what was scheduled as a felony settlement conference there inside the courtroom. That often happens in a case before it goes to trial. Reporters in the courtroom say Haro was visibly emotional, crying as he admitted to killing his infant son. Emmanuel's remains have not been located. Jake Haro's sentencing is scheduled for November 3rd. His wife, Rebecca Haro, who also faces murder charges in connection to the case, she continues to plead not guilty. According to what we know on the record, her felony settlement conference, similar to this one, has been scheduled for October 28th. Court TV will continue to follow this story and bring you all of the latest right here.
Son of a gun, I was muted. Sorry about that. I was like, and Tracy. Tracy, so it's 11:30 tomorrow. They are streaming it if you're still in here. I was muted. I didn't even know. Right? Why is he crying? Like, yeah, where was the tears at in August? I thought too. I thought it was January 2026, but it's saying how I accidentally went out of that. I wanted to see when that article was written, but we'll see tomorrow. This just says California versus Jake Haro sentencing. So this is so no, this will be our time. Like I believe. Yeah, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, right? 17 hours. That would be 17 hours. Yeah. Notify me. Because I think it goes into my time. So it would be like 11:30 Eastern Standard, right? If anyone knows. I think that's what it is. I think it goes into like my time. 8:30 Cali time. Thank you, Mandy. Wow, he has to get up early tomorrow for his sentencing. Do you guys think I think it's kind of funny. This has nothing to do with this case. This has something to do with Brian Koberger's case. But now that he has that court hearing for the restitution, he didn't want to go to it. He's like, don't bother picking me up for it. Like, oh my gosh, now that you've been caught, you don't want nothing to do with it. Okay. But he wanted something to do with it when, it wasn't. So yeah, thank you guys. 8:30 Cali time, man. I love Cali though. I do love it. It's been a while since we've been there. Vincent's mom, we need to have a girls trip. She watches my lives. So we're going to talk about Melodee Buzzard next. This case is crazy. So look, photograph taken in 2023. Look, they have a date on this now. I wonder when in 2023, the beginning, the end, because it's 2025. It's almost 2026. And we all knew that I said this picture. Didn't I say I was 2 to 4 years old? I did. I was right. So we're going to talk about Melodee. She's 9 from Lompoc, I believe it's called, Vandenberg Village area in Santa Barbara County, California. Another California case. We don't get California cases very often, but I feel like here recently. We've had a lot, like the David case and everything. And we normally don't talk about cases in California. But in surveillance, so basically she was last seen on October 7th when she was captured on surveillance video at a car rental business. And that's the pictures up here on that you guys can see the second two. She is wearing a wig. She is wearing a wig there. Don't know why. Now, I've heard that her mom wears wigs. So maybe she wanted to be like mom and wear one. I'm only playing devil's advocate this one time, though. I don't know why you'd wear a wig at 9. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I would maybe wear one at home, but I wouldn't wear one out like in public, because what if you see someone like you might want it to be like in a wig. I don't know. But in the surveillance video, she appears to be wearing a wig, likely to, really to alter her appearance. Her mother, Ashley Buzzard, she's 35 years old. She rented a car, a white Chevrolet Malibu, on October 7th, and they drove. It was a multi-day trip. So they went from California towards Nebraska with a return trip through Kansas. Authorities say Ashley returned alone on October 10th in the rental vehicle, but Melodee was not with her. They have that confirmation. They have said with their, 10 toes down that she left with Melodee, but she did not return with Melodee. So where's Melodee? Right? So on October 14th, a school administrator from her school came and said that reported a prolonged absence. And we've heard this story before, prolonged absence from Melodee. And it was from an independent study program. And prior to that, she reportedly wasn't showing up for any assignments. So when Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office visited Melodee's, home the same day, October 14th, Melodee was missing and there was no verifiable explanation provided by her mother. So basically the investigators, this is how I picture it. They walk in, they're sitting at the table, maybe, I don't know. And they ask Ashley Buzzard, where's Melodee? And Ashley's like, I don't know. And then the investigators, they just maybe sit there for a minute and then they get up and they leave. F that. Should have arrested her right then and there. She lives with you, right? Yeah. She doesn't go anywhere else to stay the night? No. Well, then where is she? That's the questions they need to be asking. I'm just saying. They have categorized her as an at-risk missing child, given her age, the duration of her absence, and the lack of cooperation from her mother. So, but some of the the key investigative details and red flags that I've kind of seen is the wig and the surveillance, major red flag. I wish I had my red flag on me. The timeline with her mom going from, through one state, coming back through the other. I don't know. It's just very weird to me. It's very weird. She's been she's been uncooperative. She hasn't provided a clear answer on where Melodee is. And she hasn't said anything about anything. Really. She's opened the door a couple times, signed some paperwork, and that's it. They did search her house, though, again, so that's good. And we'll get to that. So family members on the father's side say that they have been unable to see Melodee for the last few years, and they had concerns about her welfare. 3 years is a long time. If you were really concerned about something going on with this little girl and you knew that her mom had mental health issues, I think that someone should have been proactive and said something. Just my opinion. As of today, there's no arrest. No arrest. But media outlets have been reporting that there was search activities done at the home of Melodee's mom, and they're reaffirming lack of cooperation from her as well. So, there's that. So this is a picture of Melodee, but this is also a picture of Melodee from a few years ago. We're now learning. Wish we had one from a few, last year or this year. That would be nice. There's no school picture of her anywhere. There's no, I know Ashley's not giving us anything, but there's not she didn't go to a birthday party, or this is sad. actually. Like somewhere to get her little picture taken, And like I haven't seen anything come out. I'm just surprised, I'm just really surprised. Sorry, I was thirsty. Sorry. But I think that this article pretty much is everything I just said. But Melodee Buzzard's 9 years old, and she hasn't been seen since October the 7th, so almost a month. And her mom hasn't said a word. And it kills me. It really does. But after Melodee hadn't been seen by school officials for a prolonged period, just like the Madalena Kochikari case, they went and they said, go check her house and see if she's okay, And then Ashley's like, oh yeah, I don't know where she's at. Well, could she be with her father? No, he's died. Okay. Like, why weren't those questions asked? And then, like, if you can't answer those questions, then then there should be a charge for this. Like, I don't know what the charge should be. Failure to report in this case, right? I mean, failure to report. Hey, princess. It's just, it's insanity. It says, Melodee was with her mother. This is her the last time that she was seen, pictured on a video, and that's what I go by. I don't go by what mama says. This is the last time that she was seen alive was October the 7th. And then that's when they took their little road trip. They went from California to Nebraska and then back through Kansas. Like, why did they go back through Kansas? Is that where she dropped her off? Did she drop her off with someone that she knows? Did she drop her off with somebody or is she like no longer with us and she did something to her out there? Like with her out there? I mean, it's just insanity. And why doesn't she have her own vehicle? And how, like, I mean, is this something that she does often, like rent vehicles, Like, I mean, people usually have to go to like the grocery or things like that and like a job or, where you need like a vehicle, right? She just rents them, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. But I mean, it's not weird to rent cars, but you know what I mean? Like if you are like, you would think that like you would have one, right? Especially in California, that's probably expensive. And it is expensive. We've rented cars in California. But it says here, original photo and verified sighting available at the onset of the investigation, 2023, 2025, August, Lumpog Unified School District verified sighting. So they saw her in August of 2025, they're saying. And then October 7th, I said my birthday, 17th, verified sighting of Melodee and Ashley, beginning of road trip to Nebraska, where Ashley returned to Lumpog, traveling through Kansas. And then October 10th, Ashley returns to Lumpog without Melodee. Right there. Like, where'd you drop her off at, ma'am? If you left with her and then you came back with no Melodee, where the hell is she? She's from here to Kansas to freaking Nebraska. And I mean, those cars have GPS on them. I wonder if they could go back and look at that. They have to be able to. They have to be able to do that, right? A car rental place. I would think that it would keep the GPS, or like it would keep that in its system for a while, where the cops could get that extracted. I'm about to call the rental place that me and Vincent use when we need to rent. He's not there anymore. He would answer me. Right, Ashley? That's what I'm wondering. It has to be one or the two. Or she dropped her off with somebody that okay. This is the only thing I could think of that would be devil's advocate, right? And we all know this is not probably what happened. If Ashley knew that she was not well mentally, right? And she dropped her off with somebody that she knew would take care of her while Ashley got help. I don't think that's what happened, though. Because I think if that's what happened, Ashley would have put herself into treatment. And you know what I mean? I think she would have taken them steps right? After she dropped her off. And I also think she probably would have told the cops, I dropped her off with a friend because I'm going mental over here. Because people have like her family and stuff, or I think it's the dad's family, but they have come forward, or no, it's her family have come forward. It's her sister, and I think aunt or something have come forward and said, that she does have mental defects, I guess you call it. I don't know. I have tons of them. Welcome in, right? I would never kill my child. So then October 14th, that's when the welfare was requested. That prompts the onset of a missing person investigation. Ashley didn't even contact police herself and say Melodee is missing. Those things right there, those little, they're not little, those huge things that like she didn't do she should be in jail. Like, I mean, there should be charges. I don't need a wig. Investigators confirmed that Ashley returned to her home without Melodee. She was driving the same rental vehicle she departed with on October 7th, but Melodee was not in the car. And then, they reported her absence. And then Ashley's been allegedly uncooperative. Yeah, we know. We've seen it. We've seen that. I mean, I heard that I don't know, but was Ashley married to Melodee's father? I heard that she was. Either way, I don't know how long they were together, but they had a child together, right? And he died. Like, I can't imagine what one would go through. I mean, I've seen it with my mom, but I couldn't imagine myself going through that. So I do feel for her in that aspect. And she wasn't, but it's just like, where's your child? You would think that if someone died that was close to you and you had a child with them, right? Like, you would want that, you would keep that child even closer. I would be afraid to let her go, just because like I want nothing to happen to her. And then it says here that this is so sad, Bridget Truehitt, I don't know if that's how you say it, but one of Melodee's aunts said at the time, per Lompoc record, I go to bed at night and wake up every 40 minutes. Melodee is such a sweet girl. I hope she's okay. In addition, her grandmother, Lily Deans. Now, why are these people not walking into that house? Okay, because my family would straight walk up in my house. Door locked, they're going to knock it in. And I mean, I think it's her sister. She's been so gentle though. But I guess if they do think she's going through some mental stuff, like, maybe they are trying to be gentle with her. I don't think I could be gentle anymore. I think I would be like, where the hell is she? I would walk straight in there. If that was my brother, this was my brother, 100%. If this was one of my nephews, I would be like walking in there and being like, you're going to talk to me. I don't know. That'd be me. I guess you can get in trouble for that. I don't know. I would say, I don't care. You guys aren't doing anything. Cops, I'm going in. But it says Lily Deans pleaded with her granddaughter to return if she could. What is she going to do? Get in her car and drive home? She can't. I mean, like, she can't get home. Obviously, she doesn't. I mean, I'm sure if she's somewhere where she can watch the news, she's seen her face on the news. If she's listening, we love you. We're here for you, and we just want you to be happy. Call me. There are numbers on the TV that you can call, and I will come pick you up. Elizabeth Meza, who is another one of Melodee's aunts, told News Nation that she had not seen her niece in 4 years. She was just a little over a 4-year-old girl when we knew her, but that nose definitely reminds me of her dad. So yeah, it does look like her. That's what I thought, the nose too. Sheriff's detectives and the FBI are encouraging anyone with any information about anyone who has contact with Melodee in the last year to contact them. So if you have had contact, if you're hearing this, and you have had any contact with Ashley or Melodee in the last year, 1 year, 365 days, 52 weeks, call this number, 805-681-4150. Or if you want to be anonymous, you can call 805-681-4171. Or you can go to this website. I'm going to put the website link in the chat if I can get to it. Here we go. It's the Sheriff's Department. You can just take yourself right on over there. Right, Ashley? Like 4 years is a long time. I mean, damn. I've went like a year and a half or 2 years. I mean, during like COVID and stuff, we went a long time, me and my brother did, without seeing each other. We wasn't hiding from, we're hiding from each other. We just, everything was kind of canceled for a little while, so it was about a year and a half or 2 years for me, but I would never. And I always have updated pictures of them because I always get on their little Facey books and stuff and like look at their stuff. I guess my nieces and nephews are now getting older. Don't tell me that. So additional search warrant was served. The mother was removed from the home during ongoing search. There she is. If this is the same one, I think she wore that outfit like the other day. Do we think that's a wig? I'm wondering. I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. It sits kind of funny on her head, but I don't know if it's a wig. I think it's her real hair. Authorities were serving additional search warrants in the case of missing Vandenberg Village girl whose mother has now been escorted away from the home. Melodee Buzzard was reported missing on October 14th after Lumpog school officials reported her prolonged absence. Her mother, Ashley Buzzard, has been uncooperative with the investigation into her daughter's disappearance, according to the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Department. Yeah, she has. So as part of their investigation, additional search warrants were served by the sheriff's detectives and the FBI. Wow. On Thursday. And then a storage locker and the rental car Melodee was last seen in are also being searched. Bum, bum, bum. I'd be getting nervous if I was her because they're not messing around now. They escorted her out of the house. They said, you get out. We're going in. We got our search warrant. Here you go. Went in. I don't know what they did, but they now have the car. And the car, to me, that's I feel like that is going to be the key to all of this. I don't think, in my personal opinion, I don't think she did anything to her in the house. The cops searched it before, didn't find anything. I mean, maybe they do, maybe after this other search, they may find something, but I don't know. I don't know if they will. Because if she did take her on the road trip, right? They have cameras showing her October 7th, the day of the road trip, leaving with Ashley, right? You would think she would have done something with her in another state, or after the cameras had seen her. Yeah, I thought that they took pieces of drywall, pieces of carpet. Okay, I thought I saw that somewhere. That's right, Ashley. I don't know. There needs to be a law made. I feel like we're going to have to be the people to do it over here. Like, seriously, there needs to be something. This is really, really concerning. This is the second case that I have covered where there is a beautiful child that wasn't reported missing by her parents. They were reported missing by the school. And then the mom gets off on one of them after she goes to jail for like a year and a half. And then she's on a plane back to Manova. I'm still upset about that. I'll always be upset about that. But I do have some news, but I can't share it yet. But I swear to you, Madalena is alive. I know she is. I feel it in my heart. And I pray Melodee is. I wonder if there's any family, I'm sure they're asking these questions. Is there any family in Nebraska, Kansas, any of these states? Let me see. Let's see if I can pull one of these up. Okay. Wow. So that's a lot of states that she could travel through. So she went from California to Nebraska, and then she went down to Kansas and then came back, it sounds like. So you've got California, Nevada, Utah, Colorado. Or actually, maybe she went up this way and then went down. Maybe she went Nevada, Utah, Wyoming, Nebraska, Kansas, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, back to California. Maybe she did like a little circle. But that's a lot of states. Madeline all over. Yeah. The current picture, that candy is outside of the rental car agency. And also, if you guys have seen a video of a man walking in behind Melodee, like, and he's walking really fast in behind her, that is an AI video. It's not real. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's AI. I was so mad about it. I was like, who is doing AI videos of this poor little girl already? Like, they're just trying to make something up, right? Okay, let's see. Let's go over here. So it says a detective serves, additional warrants. And this is just from the sheriff's office. So sheriff's detectives are sharing an update on their investigation into missing at-risk 9-year-old Melodee Buzzard. On Thursday, October 30th, 2025, sheriff's detectives, along with the FBI, served follow-up search warrants at the home of Ashley and Melodee Buzzard in the 500 block of Mars Avenue, as well as a storage locker and the rental car that Melodee was last seen in. Now, I wonder if they found out about the storage locker from Ashley, or if they just did their investigation and they were doing their detective stuff and they figured it out. That would be something. I wonder what's in the storage locker, right? In anticipation of the need for access to the residence during the search for the extended time, detectives escorted Ashley to an alternate location that would not interfere with their ability to conduct a thorough search. The case remains a missing persons investigation. There have been no arrests made in this case. I wonder when they took her, right? When they knock on the door, they say, hey, we have a search warrant. Please come out. We're here to serve it. Normally, I would think that person could call somebody and have them come pick them up while they're searching the house, right? But maybe not. Maybe they do escort them to a other location. That way, if they find something, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm wondering about that now. But I don't think she would have had anybody come pick her up. I think that she would have been like, I don't have anywhere to go. Can you just take me somewhere? So we appreciate the FBI's assistance in today's searches, said Sheriff's Lieutenant Chris Gottschall from the Criminal Investigation Division. He added, in cases like this, every detail matters, and it is invaluable to have additional resources and specialized expertise. Cooperation with our federal partners allows us to ensure we're using every available tool to help bring resolution to this case. So that's what they have to say. Let's see. I am in a group over here. I wonder why, I already know, but Ashley hasn't done one interview. It's crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. Let me see here. Okie dokie. Tomorrow, we might have to go over this. Joseph Scott Morgan did a video about Kada Scott, and I've been wanting to do an update on her case, but there's not too much to update, but that would be nice to listen to because he is a forensic, whatever he is, forensic. What is he? I can't even think of it now. I know he's a professor in Florida, but I can't think of what he's, forensic science or something like that. I know that he's worked in autopsies and stuff like that. Right. I heard about that. So she did take down, I saw that actually in a video. I wonder where those videos are. They were on this page, I thought. She definitely did. Now let me see if I can find it. Maybe it's in a different chat that I'm in. Because there was somebody out there taking video. And they took a video of her taking this stuff down. And it was like, what are you doing? Is this it? October 30th. Here's this. They just be looking. Like, where does Ashley work? Was this house given to her? Like, is it paid for? She would still have to have a job to pay for utilities, right? So where is she working? Like, and food, like, you gotta have, like, I mean, you can get some support, like, through assistance through the government, but I wouldn't think that they would pay for your phone, your cable, I don't know if she has that, but, internet, all those things. Electric, they will help you with your electric bill, but they'll help you, but they won't pay for it all. Like, I don't know. It's just so crazy to me. Is this it? No. This one was right. But all the little posters are all knocked down. I swear I saw a video of. Who is this? Looks like possibly CPS leaving the home today. This is 10:22. Okay. Yeah, could be. Could be. I swear I saw. Maybe it was a different Facebook group. Let me look. I don't know if I'm in another one, but I might be. You never know. What? Never mind. Okay. What's this? Okay, that's nothing. Melodee Buzzard's mother was served a warrant at their. Let's see what this says. Oh, it's just one of these. Okay. Let's look. Groups. Here we go. Well, dang, I guess that I'm not in all these groups. But there was one that I was in. I don't know if I'm in it, but and they had like these videos, like they were literally right there. Like they were there for it. They were taking video like across the street and stuff like that. I'm trying to see if I can find it. You would think that I would be in it. This one's private, so I'm gonna join this group. I hate when they're like private though. Okay, so the other ones don't have very many members, so I don't think that's what it was. It must be a group I'm already in. How do you look at that? Okay, go back to Facebook. Groups. Insert to Melodee, maybe this. I think that's the one I was just in. Yeah. I think that's the only one that I'm in, that these aren't in very good order. Oh no, there's some. Okay, let me see. Jeez Louise. How many groups am I in? It's all for like cases. Okay, well, I don't see it. Maybe they like deleted them. I don't know. It was like a TikToker. I wonder what they found about, or like found out about the rental. Yeah, I saw the video too. Yeah, it was her taking down the signs. I did too. That's what I was looking for. I know it was in a Facebook group, but now I can't find it. Oh, what group is it? Maybe I'm in there. Let me know the group name. If not, I'll go look. I'll go make sure. So the protocol when the child misses school, okay, so after so many days, they will become like truant or whatever. So then they will send out a truancy packet to their home. That's what they do first. They'll call and then they send out this truancy packet. If they don't hear from the parents, or see the child within a few days, or what I mean, like an appropriate amount of time, then they take the next steps and the school will actually call the police and have them do a welfare check on the child just to make sure they're okay. And that's what happened here, right? So, I watched Ashley for like a minute today, but then I turned it off when Jennifer Coffindoffer went up there. Okay, yeah, I have to look for it. It's crazy that she's out there ripping up signs and just tearing shit apart. It's crazy to me. I was reading the chat, sorry. So the rental car, that's what they're probably checking for you. DNA, anything in the car, trace of evidence of her being in the car, hairs, DNA, fibers, anything that they can find. They will be in there with a fine tooth comb, I'm sure. But I'm sure other people have rented that car since her and Melodee. But the good thing, this could be a good thing and a bad thing. A lot of rental cars places, they do not clean their cars good. So I think that the cops might be able to find something. Maybe SSI. Yeah, cat ride. Maybe. I don't know. I don't mind when they're private, the groups. It takes a while for me to get there. After 4 inexcusable absences. Wow, 4? She when I was in school, I'm not even going to tell you. I mean, bless my mama. I'm going to tell you that. Like that woman, bless her. Because I never wanted to go to school. I hated it. I hated it so bad. I think it was because I switched schools when I was like 9. It was 3rd grade to 4th grade. I think that was just like a really bad time to switch schools for me. And after that, I was like, I'm going. I ain't doing it. I would do everything to get out and go to school. The thermometer up against the light bulb, because back then it was the thermometer you had to read like this, with the red line. Oh my God. That's showing my age. But I would put it up to the light. Yeah, I did that a couple times. I'd say anything to get out of school. Finally, we homeschooled me. And that was a lot better. My teacher, it wasn't that. My teacher was my friend's dad, and he didn't speak like a lick of English, really. Like it was broken upon broken. Like he spoke Spanish. I didn't speak Spanish because when I was in high school, I took 2 years of French. So when I got to him, I was like, we ain't talking. So he would just, after a while, he would just set my homework like in my like door, like because we had 2 doors, screen door and then a regular door. And he'd put it in the screen door for me because we couldn't understand each other. We just couldn't. Like, I mean, he raised a good man. My friend, he passed away. He was a great guy. Yeah, and his mom was the Spanish teacher at our school, so that was really cute. But yeah, he didn't speak a lot of English, so he couldn't really teach me, right? Like if you can't understand each other, you can't really learn. But I got to watch Unsolved Mysteries every day, so that was worth it. You took 4 years of German? I would have. I swear, I wish I would have taken Spanish too. I was so nervous. I heard the teacher was really hard, and like I don't know, it was Sam's mom, but I still got nervous. So I took French. I was afraid to take Spanish, but she was such a good teacher that she made people learn. Like you were going to learn Spanish. If you were in her class, you were going to learn. So I don't know. I wish I could speak Spanish just to speak it. I can't roll my R's very well though. I don't think I'd be good at speaking Spanish, but, and your phone does translate everything, but that just takes forever to get your phone out and like see Google Translate. I don't know. I wish I spoke some. Actually, you know what? Not Spanish. I take that back now. I take that back. I wish I knew Japanese. Now that's very hard. I was reading about that. I think it's like their whole schooling from like 1st grade to like 12th grade. They learn their vocabulary because it's so crazy and big compared to ours. Like it takes all 12 years for them to like learn it or something. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I was listening to something about that or reading something about that. Translating earbuds? So they translate like English or whatever you wanted to say or hear? I didn't even know they had those. Translating earbuds. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a lot of characters, yeah. And you have to, like, learn how to, like, just draw them. I don't know. I say Japanese because Vincent's mom speaks a lot of Japanese. She speaks English Japanese. She speaks a little of both. But I would like to be able to I told Vincent this. I said, "I would like to be able to just, like, say a couple sentences in Japanese to her," just something. That's really cool, Mandy. Translating earbuds. Hold on a second. I'm gonna look that up for later. Oh, it came right up. Oh, they're not even, like, crazy expensive. I was thinking, like, thousands, but these are, like you can get some for, like, $20. Yes, it says, "Do they really work?" And it says, "Yes." It says, a combination of microphone, AI, and cloud-based processing to translate speech in near real time. That's so cool. I don't know why I thought that. That is so cool. I wanna get, like, Vincent's mom a pair, see if, like, she can hear me better. Because man, when I do my talk to text, I swear it doesn't say what I'm saying, and I'm like, that's rude, you know? I have never seen that. That is so cool. Mandy, thank you for letting me know that. That's really cool. I like that idea. Why didn't we think of that? Damn, we could have been making some money. My mom actually did a school report one time, and it was an invention. You had to invent something. It was in college, and this was before the remote starter car, like remote starter. And she did a whole thing over remotes. Like it wasn't like a remote starter. It was something else she called it, but it was pretty much the same concept. And I was like, why didn't you do anything with that? He was at the decode jaded. That's me. That's me in other chats. I use talk to text when I'm in my bedroom because I'll be on like the iPad. So it's just, I don't know, it's easier for me than like trying to type something out. And then I send it and then I look at it and I'm like, oh, that didn't say anything that I wanted it to say. Ashley doesn't understand you either. Me neither. It doesn't understand me. I'm just like, am I mumbling? But I'm gonna jump off of here. I am going to come back on at 9:15 and read some more of the documents. We went through like 600 some pages last night. We weren't messing around. We were not messing around. And then I'm gonna keep those two things up. I'm like, what are we keeping up here? Because I want to look at those translating earbuds. I'm gonna tell Vincent about those. Those are cool. That is cool. Okay. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. I forgot it's dinner time. You're 41? Oh, girl. You do not look 41. I thought you were in your 20s. I really did. Do I look like I'm in my 20s still? Be nice to me. I'm just kidding. And I don't know what age I look, but I don't think I look 40. I'm 40. I haven't seen it on paper yet, so I'm not really. Until I feel jaded, I feel that. I feel that. I feel that so much. That's so funny. Well, thank you guys all for being here tonight. Do you guys I don't know if I like the tree lit up or not in the back, but I kind of do because it's so dark back there. I don't know. It's just another light that I have to turn off, but I might keep it. Also, actually, Christmas is coming. It's not really coming, but I usually am one of those people that decorate after Thanksgiving. But Vincent was like, it's just a couple weeks early, so I might decorate a little bit earlier this year. You never know. Your grace screams 50, but your birthday age says 38. That's funny. Well, thank you guys all for being here. I'll be back on tonight at 9:15 p.m. if you wait till after the music ends, it's only, I let it play for like 30 seconds or something, like maybe 45 seconds, but it'll end and then it'll redirect you to the live for tonight. So if you want to watch it, just hit notify me and then it'll notify you for the live for tonight. So I'll see you guys all then. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful day. If I don't see you, tomorrow is Monday. Hopefully you get some good sleep because of the whole change of the time. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how.